Hi, my name's Mark and welcome to my website Lineamentum. So in this website I'm going to teach you how to get a likeness of a picture when you're drawing it using digital mediums. So we're going to go through the steps to get a perfect likeness every time in these courses. So the first course is free, so there's no reason not to jump in and watch your first 90 minutes of lessons for absolutely nothing. So I'm going to be straight with you. I'm not a guru, I'm not a professional artist, but I have worked out a way of getting a likeness every time when drawing from a picture. Now I started drawing back when I was about 12 years old, like most children do, but I never stopped. And I'm now 45, so I've been drawing for a long time, and it's taken me most of this time to work out how to capture a likeness when drawing from a photo. But a lot of professional art teachers, they tell you to use custom brushes, they tell you to do all this complicated stuff that's not really needed for a beginner. For beginners, we need to get that likeness right before we move on and start playing around with brushes and things like that. So this course is about getting a likeness of a picture. So we can draw a subject, so you can take a picture of your friend from Facebook, for example, draw it, send it to them, and they'll be blown away by how good it is and how accurate it is. Now, to keep things simple, I've got rid of a lot of variables that we often come across as stumbling blocks when we're drawing art and we're trying to get a likeness. So we're only predominantly using an airbrush and a blender during these courses. Now the reason is that is they're very easy tools to use, and it takes away the focus of brushes and it focuses our attention on actually how to get a likeness, which is what these lessons are about. So by using just an airbrush and a blender and a pencil and an eraser, 4 tools that all art software has available to it, and we're not going to customize these at all, we're just going to use them as standard that our art software supplies us. That way we're not tied in with using any particular art software. We can do this on Procreate on an iPad, for example. We can use Photoshop, or I prefer Crowd Painter. It doesn't matter which software we use for this, because all these softwares have an airbrush and a blender, which is the 2 main tools that we're using. So there's no reason not to start with the free course and see how you get on. Then after the free course, there's a course on sketching, and this is a 4-hour course teaching you how to get a likeness with a sketch before we start adding shade. Now when we're sketching, the likeness is not going to be amazing because the facial likenesses come from the way the light hits the contours of the face, and we will cover that in the 3rd lesson when we start looking at shading using a black and white portrait. And this 3rd lesson is 6 hours long as well. So all these lessons together, by the time you've done the first 3 lessons, you'll be able to draw any picture of a person and get the likeness correct every single time. And that's what these courses are about.